Alright, boys and girls, it's time to read comics while enjoying coffee. So today, we got Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse. Grabbed this one because I love any type of Pluto cover. I thought this was pretty messed up that Mickey's just dumping the paint on it. He would have been smarter just to dump the can right over the top of the, over Pluto's doghouse. And at least tied Pluto up somewhere else so he didn't get covered in paint. But yeah, it's gonna be a red spotted Dalmatian by the time he's done with that job. Alright, we got, this is from number 186 from August of 1978. Wonderful condition. So I was happy to pick this one up. We're starting out with Mickey Mouse in Pirate Panic. Are there any pirates left in these waters, Uncle Mickey? I'm trying to find a good Mickey voice. I can't do it. I doubt it. Although in olden times, this part of the Gulf swarmed with them scoundrels like Lafitte, Gasparilla, and terrible Tabasco. Brr, I'm glad it's now and not then. Me too. I got a cat that's nagging me now. I woke him up, yelled at him for sleeping so much, and now he's gonna try and hop up and annoy me. Let's see what happens. Likewise, but I don't think we'd have much to worry about. Buccaneers usually went after bigger game than 3 tourists in a sailboat on a skin diving spree. Don't be too sure, Mickey, for at this moment, not too far away, when I start putting patches on patches, I'd say this sail has had it. This whole bilge-soaked boat has had it. If the law located us and we had to put out to sea to escape, we wouldn't get far in this tub. Ouch! As he pokes his finger while trying to sew up the sail. What we need is a new boat. Stop dreaming and look to port. I wonder who they are. Must be strangers. We don't get many local boats amongst these coastal islands. Trim little craft, isn't it? I'd kinda like to own that boat. You're not suggesting piracy. Don't forget, we're wanted down the coast for boat napping already. I know, but this is gonna be all legal and proper. There's a beat-up craft, if I ever saw one. It's a wonder it's staying afloat. My gosh, they're cutting right in front of me. Yo! Yo! As the boats collide, the two troublemakers go overboard. Help! 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 Gee, gosh, I better put about and pick them up. Minutes later, you barnacle-brained landlubber, if you don't know how to handle a boat, you ought to stay on dry land. I'm sorry, but you did turn right in front of me. I did no such thing. Man and boy, I've been sailing the seas for nigh on to 60 years. Guess I know how to handle a boat. There, Captain. Don't excite yourself. Mickey's like, what the heck is going on here? Oh, I feel poorly. Gee, what you did, the dunking and the excitement was too much for him. Gosh, I'm sorry. Oh, I don't feel so good myself. Maybe we better stay here and you tow our boat home. We live over on the second island to starboard. Okay, I'll get a line. Shortly. Our boat probably needs repairing. That was quite a jolt she got. Yeah, what'll we do? That boat is our livelihood. How are we going to catch fish? Oh, don't worry. We'll repair the damage. Would you? Me, I don't think I'll be navigating around much for a bit. Achoo! Me neither. Achoo! Blithering barnacles, what a wreck. I hardly know where to begin. Don't tell us that little bump did all this. Don't pull too hard on that line, Morty. It might snap. Might just snap. Be careful what you're doing, Morty. Yike! 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 As the sail collapses atop the kids. Hoppin' halibut. That sail must be completely rotten. Sure it is. Our heads aren't that pointed. Because their heads busted right through the material, which is all rotted away and all patched up. Heh heh. They're off to a good start. Smart of me to half out those lines. Yeah, but what happens when they get the boat fixed? Don't worry. I know that I've got them thinking they're a bunch of lubbers. The rest is going to be easy. They're going to wreck our poor little boat next. Lucky we had a spare sail on our boat. Yeah, wasn't it? You kids unfurl it while I rig new lines, and watch what you're doing. We don't want to wreck anything else. Heh heh. As he disconnects the line to send the boat off and floating off into the ocean. I'm going to get some tools from our boat. I don't want to use any of their stuff. Yow! We're adrift! Huh? They're floating out to sea on a broken ship. Got a cat that's just like rubbing all over me. He's like, pet me, damn it. You called me upstairs, you woke me up. Now pay attention to me. Alright, where are we at? Grab the wheel! That won't help with our sail lying on the deck. Yell for help. Ha ha. Worked slick as a whistle. That offshore wind'll push them right on to Snaggletooth Reef. Help! 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 Gasp! Crunch! Oof! What was that? We must have hit a reef. Jeepers, what else could happen to us? This tub could break up into kindling wood. That's what. I better go below and see if she's sprung a leak. Minutes later, "Hey, what's wrong with you lubbers going off without a sail? Haven't you done enough damage to our poor little boat?" "We didn't do it on purpose. The boat slipped its moorings somehow." "You didn't tie her up right. You really fixed us this time. How are we supposed to make a living fishing with our boat stuck on a reef?" "Gosh, I'm sorry." "Well, I guess you could use my boat till we get yours off." I was hoping he'd say that, because he's not going to get it off. Oh, Mickey will find a way. Just give him time. "Couldn't you tow us off?" "With a sailboat, it would take a tugboat to haul you off. Besides, I don't dare get any closer to that reef. You'll have to wait till the tide floats you off tomorrow. Thanks for the use of your boat." Huh? Mickey's like, "What? What are you doing? You're just going to leave us for a day, for a night on a boat? No food, probably no water other than salt water." "By golly, we're not going to sit here all night." "Why are you taking your shoes off?" "I'm going under and see how badly we're hung up. We might hoist the sail and take a chance that the wind will pull us off." "Watch out for sharks." Boy, this reef is nasty. I'll bet we're not the first boat to run aground. "We sure aren't. That looks like a huge old anchor over there." The stern's wedged in tight, but it doesn't look like the hull's damaged. I'll go up and see if there are any tools aboard. Gasp. He should be gasping. He was underwater for a pretty long time without any type of underwater breathing apparatus. Let's hoist the new sail, and then I'll go under and see if I can chip away some of the coral that's holding her. Okay. They had the crooks checking them out, making a plan. What are they doing? Looks like they're going to try and get her off. Put on that skin diving outfit we found below and see that they don't. So, next up you see the goofball in the water with a shark fin above him, connected to his scuba suit. This fake shark fin ought to keep the mouse out of the water till I finish my dirty work. As soon as she's free, drop anchor so we don't hit another reef. Wait, Uncle Mickey, don't jump. Look, a shark. Yipe, so it is, and a big one. Well, I'm not going to let an old shark stop me. You're not going to fight him, are you? With a hammer? No, with my wits. There are more of these stones below deck which were used for ballast. Help bring them up. Aye, aye. Moments later, they got a teeter-totter thing going with these cannonball-looking things. And Mickey's setting them on one side while the kids jump on the other to go fling them out into the ocean at the shark. Okay, jump, Morty. My turn. As one gets launched off in the air. Hurry, Ferdy. This is rapid fire. And the rock goes flying out and lands on the crook's head. The one that's underwater playing shark. Oh. That did it. He went under. Good. Now I'm going under. Blithering blue-nosed barnacles. It must be raining rocks up there. Sticks a giant clamshell over his head to protect his head. And he notices that Mickey's underneath the boat again. Drat, that mouse is under the boat. I'll have to wait till he goes up. Whew! This is slow work. I never knew coral was so hard. That's funny colored coral. It looks like gold! Gasp, choke! Moments later, without drowning, being underwater so long and then swallowing a bunch of water when he finds some gold. It's a gold doubloon, boys! Probably from the ship that foundered on the reef. I saw an old coral-encrusted anchor down there. Gee, gosh! It's hard to turn pages when you're sitting on me. Yeah. Mr. Lemmy Kilmister's still hanging with us. Alright. Seconds later. There's only one thing to do. Swim over and get my skin diving outfit. How about the shark? You kids keep me covered with the catapult. Maybe the captain will bring me back. Roger. Meanwhile, well, did you scuttle her? Nope. Gasp. I saw the mouse find some gold coins on the reef. Gold. Old Terrible Tabasco used to roam these waters. His ship was lost in a storm with all hands. Could be he floundered on that very reef. You better get back and finish that job. If she drifts free, we might never find that spot again. First, let me catch my breath. Why, that namby-pamby jellyfish. If I was 40 years younger, I'd do the job myself. I'll give him 5 minutes. A few minutes elapse. Whew! Am I glad to get here? Somebody's taking life easy. Why, he's got skin diving equipment on. My equipment. And what's this? A fake shark fin? Oh my gosh, that wasn't a shark. Wow, what a chump I've been. This whole deal is as phony as a cork anchor. I'll bet they're out to take over my boat by making it look like we wrecked theirs. Hey, Scrod, stir yourself. Time's a-wasting. Huh? Yipe, time to hit the drink again. Very shortly. One thing's for sure. Those pirates aren't going to let us get off this reef if they can help it. What's the hose for? I guess it's used to siphon out bilge water, but I'm going to use it to scare off a shark once and for all. A shark? Meaning Scrod. Now I'll need that old raincoat I saw in the cabin. Soon. There. He's more repulsive than the real thing. Brr! It gives me the shivers. Made themselves a funny looking octopus out of some materials on the ship. Uh-oh. We finished in the nick of time. See that faint path of bubbles? That's Scrod. got advertisement page, some Star Wars posters. Okay, Octy, old kid, do your stuff. As Mickey throws the octopus in the water. Minutes later, blurb, blurb, blurb. Shark meet octopus. That lad is wasting his time as an amateur pirate. He should be on the Olympic swimming team. Looks like Scrod fouled things up again. Guess I'll have to sink that tub myself. I've got something on shore that'll do the trick. Now we've got to work fast. When the captain finds out Scrod goofed, he won't be so subtle from here on. We've got to get off this reef right now. Right now? How? We'll float it off by sewing a big bag out of this sail and using the bilge pump to fill it full of air. Not too much later. There. Now let's hope we can pump enough air into it to lift the stern free of the coral. Uh-oh, here comes the captain back from shore. So you got the bladder on the back of the Barracuda all ready to go. Quick! Pump like you never pumped before. Foosh, 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 foosh. Pumping up the bladder. Quickly getting the boat to lift off the coral. I gasp. Think. Gasp. Where? Gasp. Moving. What was that? I don't know. It sounded like an explosion. Suffering shellfish? He's shooting at us with a cannon. I knew I'd find a use for this old swivel cannon. I dug out of the sand. I'll close in a little and get in range. He's getting the range. Boom, splash. Keep pumping, kids. I've got an idea how to get us out of range in a hurry. Mickey runs downstairs to the boat, comes back up moments later. Now all I have to do is get her just below the waterline. As he throws a spear at the bladder, punctures it. Perfect! And the boat goes shooting off from the pressure leaving the bladder. There she blows! Hey, the rudder must be twisted. We're turning around. Scuttle my scuppers. They're headed this way. They'll wreck both boats. I better hoist anchor and maneuver out of the way. Boom! Too late. Bump! As the two boats collide again. And the rickety one takes the worst of the damage, the blunt of the damage. Help! This tub really got it this time. Uh-oh, someone's in trouble. Save me. I can't swim with these heavy clothes. Don't worry. I'll save you, you scoundrel. These flippin' toys had the heavy feet. Throw them in the air, they'd loop around and land on their feet. My sisters had some of these weird shirts. Sean Cassidy ones, I think. Christy McNichol, I used to have a crush on her when I was a kid. I think I had the Hulk one. It was either Frankie or the Hulk. So I remember the green. Alright, come on. You can do it. Alright. Try this on for size, and I'll tow you to shore. As Mickey throws the mini one rescue buoy after the crook. Then we're reporting you and scribed for your dastardly deeds. Later. The sheriff thinks those two scoundrels are wanted down the coast for boat napping. He's going to have them picked up so we can go back and look for that gold. Oh boy! Gosh, do you think we'll be able to find the spot where the gold is again? We'll sure try. All we have to do is look for that fake octopus. A bit later. This viewing glass makes the bottom as clear as a color movie. Uh-oh. Do you see our octopus? Yes, but we can't go down there quite yet. Why not? I'd hate to break up the start of a beautiful relationship. As you got the fake octopus was found by a real octopus. Now that octopus is all happy, found a new mate. Alright, that's a fun little story. Now we got Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse in the Fix-It Flop. Every so often, Mickey tries to straighten his nephews out on something, and wishes he hadn't. Well, what's all this sighing and groaning? What great tragedy has clouded your young lives today? Oh, nothing. We're just tired of the same old grind day in and day out. School, homework, school, homework. You don't know how well off you are. You should be stuck with my job. We'll bet it's more exciting than school. Exciting? A fix-it service might be a lot of things, but it's definitely not exciting. It's just hard work. We'll bet it's not as hard work as... Okay, that's enough. I can see where I'm going to have to do something to bring you lads up to date. Mean what? Mean he's going to take you guys to work. How would you like to make my rounds with me tomorrow and see just how exciting my job is? We'd like that just fine. Very well. I expect you to be up at the crack of dawn. I have a heavy schedule. We'll be up. So bright and early. What's the first job, Uncle Mickey? Oh, something really fascinating. I have to help repair a fence for a man out in Hopeless Hollow. How come you got a job so far from town? Oh, guess my reputation is spreading. They don't know it, but I picked some dandies to do today. Those kids will either be bored stiff or will get such a workout that school will seem like a vacation. Shortly. Good morning, Mr. Mulch. We've come to help you with your fence. Fine. I can use it. Well, do you boys want the dull chore of digging post holes or the nasty task of stringing barbed wire? Oh, I don't need help with this part of the fence. That's the fence I can't handle. Half of the posts need replacing. Oh. As you can see, the fences go up around this big hill. So they're going to have to make a mountain out of a molehill. No pun intended. Way up there? Yep. I get dizzy in high places. If I may ask, why do you have a fence on such a steep slope? Surely cows or horses couldn't climb up. Oh, I know that. That fence is for my goat Goliath. Where's Goliath now? Locked up in the barn. Uh-oh, he was locked up in the barn. That goat's got a head like a battering ram. Those are 2-inch planks. Wow, he's really mad. Took me all day to pile those rocks. You're going to have a tough time stopping him. Me? Sure. You don't expect a fat old coot like me to run down a goat, do you? Besides, doesn't your sign say odd jobs? Anything, anywhere, anytime? That sign's got to be changed. Only thing he's scared of is a rope. Once you get one around his neck, he's as tame as a turtle. We'll get a rope. Oh boy, this is exciting. Thanks. Just work him into a corner. He's scared of barbed wire fences too. I can't believe a beast is scared of anything. There, Goliath. Nice old goat. I'll back him all the way into the corner so I can't miss. Snort. Jab. My throat is cashed. I need a drink of water. Hang on. Basically what's up is Mickey's getting ready to lasso the goat. Gets the lasso around his head. The goat backs up a little bit. Gets caught on the electric fence. Well, barbed wire fence. Shoots off at Mickey. Runs head first into Mickey. Mickey goes flying. Oof. Hang on, son. You got him. And they end up going flying into a big hay bale. Good thing he couldn't see where he was going, or you might have wound up in the next county. Maybe I'd be better off if I was. Come along, Goliath. I should have tied you up in the first place. Oh boy, Uncle Mickey. We haven't had such excitement since you took us to the rodeo last summer. I must make it clear that catching goats isn't exactly routine on this job. It's the first time anything like that ever happened. Get your tools. I'm mixing old guy with kids now. Let's get on with that fence repair bit. This is going to make school look a lot more attractive, I'll bet. Golly! How do we get up? Somebody put that fence up in the first place. We'll make like mountaineers and haul our gear up. Go. Here, tie yourselves together. There's a narrow ledge just below the fence. It's probably a path that leads to the base of the cliff. However, we'll do it the hard way to impress them. Sput, 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 pop, bang, sput, 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 sput. Hey, look, a helicopter. It's going to land. Sounds like he's having motor trouble. Say, boys, where can I find a mechanic? I've got engine trouble, but somebody forgot to put tools in this thing. Uncle Mickey's a fix-it man. He's got all kinds of tools. Shortly. Purring like a kitten. You really saved the day. Glad to help. You sure there isn't something I could do for you? Oh, shucks, no. Yes, there is, too. So, you see the helicopter go up on top of the hill. Everybody's at the top of the hill with all their materials. Goodbye. Thanks for everything. Wasn't it lucky that he came along? He saved us the trouble of lugging all this junk up. Gosh, wait till we tell all the kids we rode in a real helicopter. Believe me, nothing like this ever happened before in my entire career. This just isn't my day. What do you mean? Never mind. Let's get those post holes dug. We won't have to dig. Look! The ground is loaded with gopher holes. All we have to do is drop the post in. Huh? Not too much later. Gee, we never had so much fun in the month of Saturdays. Why, your work's a real ball, Uncle Mickey. Yes, it isn't. We can hardly wait till we see what happens on the job next. By the way, what is it? Let's see. Bang! Yeek! Blah, 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 blah. Sounds like someone's got a flat. Well, there's our next job, kids. Changing a flat. Finally, a chance to give them a workout. Not a flat, Uncle Mickey. 2 flats. Well, good. I've only got 1 spare. Not only that, it's starting to rain. Gee, what'll we do? Finally, things are getting tough. The nearest gas station is 5 miles away. Do you kids want to walk with me or stay with the truck? We'll stay. Sigh. Well, that's the life of a fix-it man. See you in a couple hours. Say, friend, I came along at the right time, didn't I? I'll have those tires fixed in a jiff. Huh? But, if you're worried about the charge, don't give it a thought. I just opened a garage in town. I'm trying to build up goodwill. Very shortly. That's it, friend. Just don't forget to tell your friends about Sam's snappy service. I'll do that. How about that? You even get your tires changed free. No wonder you picked this line of work. Well, drat it. The only job left on today's schedule is helping Grandma Duck dig a well. But the way my luck is running, I'd probably strike oil. I'll postpone it till next week. Maybe those flats were a blessing in disguise. That old dead tree over there gives me an idea. You were asking about our next job. Get your hatchets and come along. We're going to chop down that old dead tree and cut it up for firewood. Oh, phooey. Why get wet? What do you mean, why get wet? It's my job. Come rain, hail, snow, typhoons, or sandstorms. What we mean is somebody will come along and cut the tree for you. That I doubt. Not in this rain. Okay, panty waist. I'll sweat it out myself. Okay. Crack! A big strike of lightning hits the tree. Yow! Mickey goes jumping back. Got a couple more advertisements. Some UFO and outer space books. You'd think after all these years we'd find these aliens that they've been talking about. Alright. Next up. Phew! That was close. Well, that should convince the kids that my job isn't any picnic. Hey, look! The lightning blew that old tree into smithereens. We knew something would save you the trouble of chopping it up. Huh? Oh, rats, I give up. Let's go home. Gee, and it's only noon. Wish we only had to go to school for half a day. Well, I have failed to convince them that they're better off in school than working. If anything, they'll be more dissatisfied. We'll take a shortcut across the old creek. There's a new sign on that old bridge. Load limit. 1 ton, and we're not kidding. Load limit 1 ton? Well, this truck's just under 2,500 pounds, so we're safe. We were taught that there are only 2,000 pounds in a ton, Uncle Mickey. I think you're mistaken. As I recall, there are 2,500 pounds. Morty's right, Uncle Mickey. There are only 2,000. Look, I went to school too. Shutter Creek. Oh. I apologize, Morty. You were right. As the truck goes crashing through the bridge. I can't look, but it sounds like the bottom dropped out of my fix-it business. Later on. You're lucky, young fellow. They hauled out your truck. It's a bit damp, but it's okay. The bridge was due for repairs anyways. But why the ding-dong did you drive on that bridge in the first place? Didn't you see that great big clearly legible sign? Yes, sir. But after due explanations. Well, I think this experience convinced your nephews they'd be better off in school. As for you, you won't be able to work till that truck of yours dries out. Meanwhile, by law, I have to hand out some sort of punishment to you. Oh, yes, sir. So, later on, we're back in the classroom. There are 16 ounces to a pound, 2,000 pounds to a ton. That is correct, Mr. Mouse, says the teacher. Patchy arrowheads. We find our own out in the farmers' fields. Found quite a few over the years. Alright, so that's it. That was our scary reading for the week. Our reading comics with coffee episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Keep following under the Color Love MS. Rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, give us those likes. And we'll come back with more of these in the future. As long as you keep watching them. Alright, thanks. Have a great day. Bye.